Verdi, 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 green, green, green. We're talking about a snake named Verdi because we're on the letter V. That's how you make it in sign language. Verde or verde means green. In French, it's vert. In American, it's green. Does that make much sense? No. Every other country calls it verde for the color green, except for America. We call it green. I don't know about it. It's written by Janelle Cannon. So let's see if we can't get this book started. It's very cute. On a small tropical island, the sun rose high above the steamy jungle. A mother python was sending her hatchlings out into the forest the way all mother pythons do. Grow up and be big and green as a tree's leaves, she called to her little yellow babies as they happily scattered among the trees. But Verdi dawdled. He was proudly opening his bright yellow skin, eyeing his bright yellow skin. He especially liked the bold stripes that zigzagged down his back. Why the hurry to grow up and be big and green? He wondered. Most of the old snakes in the jungle would tell him. Verdi ventured into the treetops to look for them. All right, so he doesn't want to be green. He wants to be him. Umbles, Aggie, and Ribbon were lazing on some branches nearby. Verdi peered at their bodies. It's not polite to stare, chided Aggie. Umbles burped and growled, "Ugh! It's taken nearly 4 weeks for that last lizard to digest. Ugh, I surely do like lizards, but lizards don't like me." "Why don't lizards like you?" asked Verdi. "Don't interrupt," Umbles grumbled. "Dear me," whined Aggie. "If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas." Verdi tapped a tune with his tail as he waited to speak. "Stop that, Verdi. It makes me nervous," Ribbon complained. "Besides, you'll never grow up to be properly green, always interrupting and constantly fidgeting." Verdi couldn't imagine being in such a hurry to be like them, and he really wanted to keep his sporty stripes. Hoping to find some snakes that weren't so boring, Verdi slipped away. Dozer was snoozing in a tree not far from the others. "Hello," said Verdi. "Do you want to climb trees with me?" "I'm tired," Dover growled. "Go do a few laps around the jungle, okay?" Verdi's heart sank. Greens were not only lazy and boring, they were rude. Looking at me, just wants to talk to that fella. Aww. At the top of a very tall tree, Verdi gripped one branch with his tail and another with his little snake jaws. "I'll never be lazy, boring, or green," he thought. "I will jump and climb and keep moving so fast that I will stay yellow and striped forever." Then Verdi let go. Okay, what do you think? Woo! He looks like he's having a good time. Oh, Verdi. From a distance, the greens watched. "Oh, my," they chorused. Ribbon shook his head. "At this rate, he'll be lucky to make it to his first molt." "Oh," Aggie nodded. "He's likely to put an eye out on that branch." Umbles moaned. "He may not live to turn green." That's true. Do you see Verdi in the sky? But one day, Verdi's skin began to peel, revealing a pale green stripe stretching along his whole body. "Ah! How can this be? I'm the speediest snake in the jungle and I'm still turning green." He raced down to the river, grabbing up a mouthful of rough leaves. Can you tell he's rather disgusted that he sees green? Ah! Verdi flung himself into the water. "If I can't rub this green off, I'll scrub it off," he thought. He's trying really hard. His frantic splashing caught the eye of a large bottom feeder cruising the murky depths. Yum, the fish hummed. "Lunch." That's a catfish, and they're bottom feeders. Means they're at the bottom of a lake or a pond. And that snake is making a lot of commotion, which attracts that bottom feeder. Before the fish could haul Verdi under, the frightened snake bit him on the nose. "Apoo!" With his rubbery lips, the great fish sneezed, sending Verdi into the air. Slapping onto the soggy shore, Verdi skidded out of reach. Oh, that must have hurt that fish. Phew, that was close, he sputtered. Every inch of his body was covered with wet, gloppy mud. Huh, kind of lumpy, kind of brown. Sure beats being green. He left the mud on. Okay, so when mud dries up, I wonder what happens. But the soft brown muck dried into a hard gray shell, and Verdi could hardly move. Even if he budged, the stuff cracked off in jagged chunks. As each piece fell away, Verdi could see that his body was even more green than before. "This is terrible!" cried Verdi. He pictured himself hanging around in droopy loops, itching and complaining and worrying all day like the old greens. He looked up into the sky where the sun blazed a beautiful yellow, just the color he used to be. Then he pulled a vine to the top of a tree. So he's going up to the top of a tree. Oh, Verdi. Launching himself from the top, Verdi startled a flock of colorful birds. He became dizzy with delight. Sure, the bright sun and his lofty speed will turn him golden again. In his joy, Verdi forgot he would fall back to earth. Woohoo! Whippity whack 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 wham! Plummeting through the trees, Verdi landed in a crooked sprawl across a log on the forest floor. He couldn't move. "Help!" he croaked. "Aw, Verdi." As usual, the greens had been watching Verdi's antics. They moved quickly to where he lay. "Didn't we say it would come to this?" Umble said, shaking his head. Aggie sighed. "Lucky thing he's still got two good eyes." They gently lifted Verdi up to a safer place where they could watch over him while he healed. They're very kind. Neatly splinted to a branch, Verdi had no choice but to listen to the greens as they gabbed. "Remember how I used to streak across the forest floor?" Ribbon sighed. "Quick as lightning," answered Aggie. "And I climbed giant trees like they were nothing, and they grew taller back then, you know." "The things I dared to run down and swallow," Umbles bragged. "Wild boar were no match for me." Verdi was astonished. "You used to run, climb, and hunt giant pigs? What happened?" Ribbon crashed just like you. I took a terrible fall and almost put an eye out. Then old Umbles here nearly choked to death. Now we all prefer the quiet life, a warm perch, a little sunshine, and an occasional good meal." The greens rambled on about their days of glory, and Verdi settled in on his branch. Finally, one afternoon, Umbles said, "Looks like you're ready to go again." He carefully untied Verdi from the branch. "You're welcome to come with us," said Aggie. Ribbon agreed. The three greens slipped quietly back into the forest. Verdi wasn't ready to join them. He wasn't sure where he wanted to go, so he just stretched and stayed put until the sun went down. He listened to the forest come alive. He's really hard to see there. Time passed. The sun and the moon took turns in the sky. Verdi marveled as the full moon grew thinner every night. Then he watched patiently as it slowly grew round again. He wondered why he hadn't noticed that before. Verdi became so green that he blended perfectly with the leaves. He was so still that other creatures walked right by without seeing him. Can you see him? I can. See him in there. One fine morning, as Verdi basked in the sunshine, two small yellow snakes approached. They tapped and fidgeted as they stared. "Get a load of that old green guy," one of them said. Do you think he ever moves? The other one snickered. I seriously doubt it. Hey, they're just like I used to be, thought Verdi. And now I'm what I was afraid to be. He looked at his big green body and slowly smiled. How would you like to climb trees with me? He asked. With you? The yellows were astounded. I'll even show you my fancy figure 8, Verdi replied, though he was a little worried about putting his eye out. With practice, the 3 snakes performed a perfect triple figure 8. Leaping and looping with his little striped friends, Verdi laughed. I may be big and very green, but I'm still me. And this is a little blurb about the real snakes that live in the forest. So that was Verdi. Tell me what Verdi didn't want to happen and what eventually did happen. There was something he didn't want, but eventually it came back and he got it anyway. Have a great day.